What's up, y'all? Take two. The first time I went live, I was like, why? What is going on and why are the notifications not going out? Because they had it set to unlisted. Like, who wants their live stream set to unlisted? Like, why? Anyway, I'm live, y'all, because I promised y'all I was going to be going live with y'all. Let me share that I'm live so that people know that I'm live. Hey, Lady Royal. See, now that's better. I was like, why are these notifications not going out? But then I realized it was on unlisted. Hey, Angela Sellers. I'm on today. I done promised y'all, so I'm here. I'm here, darling. How's everybody doing, this evening? Well, you said what Wendell got going. Ooh, she done spoke on Sharina. I heard. That's what they saying in the news. Hey, welcome to my live. But yeah, hey, Lenise Hunter, how are you? I know people be like, Brit is live. Vin had me laughing yesterday because she was like, they was like, am I hallucinating? Brittany is live. I do be going live, y'all. I know I started the basis of my YouTube career mostly going live from doing uploads, but when certain stuff in YouTube just restructures, you gotta restructure with YouTube. So I'm here. Y'all asked me to be here. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all for joining me on this live stream. And I was happy. I had to take a study break too, so I was happy to get into work and get off of doing schoolwork for a minute. You know how it is. What is everybody doing right now? What is everybody doing this evening? How is everybody? Let me share this because y'all know YouTube and these notifications, honey. You got to share your own stuff. Hey, Regina. You still watching Judge Lauren Lake? The craziest thing is that I had at one point in time I wanted to change my name to Lauren, but I decided against that. So it's a beautiful name, but I liked it, but I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Thank you, Angela. I'm studying chemistry and stuff right now. I'm taking all these sciences at one time, y'all. And when you are majoring in something that they consider a science, they make y'all take all these sciences. And it's just, it all is like, oh my gosh. The cute thing is that you get to see baby chickens and stuff being born and all of that. And, you know, cute sciencey type of stuff. How stuff is formed, stuff that you kind of don't really want to know, but it's useful. Yes, Angela, it be having you exhausted, don't it? I know if you take them type of anything, if you got to do medical or anything like that, they make you take all of these science classes, but you have to though. It just comes with the profession. You have to. Hey, let me see. Let me pull up the chat. I'm just so excited to be on here with y'all. Are you serious? Oh, I know you are not mentioning lemon pepper wings right now. I'm more so in a Jamaican food type of mood right now. I'm like, I really want some cocoa bread and maybe some curry chicken. That's what I want right about now. Over some rice, coconut rice and peas. That's what I want right about now. Or I really want like some platanos, like fried platanos too. We ain't gonna get on that food stuff because every time I get on food, man, I done gained weight and all of that. Marsha, you said you just picked up some jerk chicken, man. And every time, I go to my little Jamaican spots, the aunties in there, they be looking at you and they be like, you too thin. You too thin. They be giving me extra food. But that's the good part about, looking like you young and looking thin because they give you extra food. And y'all know I'm a foodie. Y'all know I stay on my community page making food. I actually, some of y'all wanted me to do videos where I actually make the food, and I did do videos before where I made certain foods. So I think I am going to do some videos where I make food. You said, yeah, shout out to O's Kitchen. They food good? Let me find out they food good. Where that say? All right, Angela. Honey, okay, so what y'all feel about Wendy potentially saying that Sharina is miserable? What do y'all feel about that? Let me see. While I'm waiting for some people to answer on that, let me see what y'all saying about the food stuff. Cause honey, y'all know I am a foodie. I love to eat a good meal. I don't miss no meals. Let me see. Okay, so you said in Inglewood, New Jersey. Okay, Jamaican men got the talk. What you said? Jamaican men got the talk, John. Hey, John. Okay, why does she care about that girl? That's what Angela said. And I'm Lady Roy, you got me hot over here. Now I'm thinking about wings. So I might have to go get me some food after this. I'm gonna chill and watch. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna binge watch Castle Rock to take a break from studying, or if I'm gonna binge watch. I'm not gonna do Stranger Things because I have to watch that with a bestie or something like that because it creeps me out watching it by myself. So I'm gonna have to find me something good to binge watch. It's probably gonna be something like mystery like or something like that. Hey, Hollow Man, how you doing? But Wendy, oh yes, Jane the Virgin is my show. Yes, it's on Netflix. I might have to binge watch that and give me a good little meal to go with it. I might do some chicken maybe over some salad or something cuz I'm trying to really do this health thing, but it's how it's set up. How it be set up sometimes. You be looking at the fried food and be like, "Ooh, I need that." So, hey L Boogie. What other shows do y'all be binge watching? Y'all give me some good shows that I need to see. Yes, I need chicken. Me and my co-host, we supposed to be trying to eat healthy, honey, and it ain't working. Like either it be Jamaican food or it be Spanish food that we both be into. And it's like I don't know how this is gonna work. How I'm gonna be a positive example. Oh, see you later, Marsha. Do I watch Basketball Wives? Every now and again. Every now and again. It's kind of for me. It has gotten repetitive. Not that I don't think it's a good show. I like some of the women that is on the show, like their how their personality and everything. But it's hard for me to get into certain type of dramas. Oh, you said Money Heist. I have been watching Money Heist on Netflix. I've been watching it. And it's real interesting. I like the little story plot on that. It is interesting. So El Boogie, yeah, that was interesting too. And I'm on the edge of my seat. Now y'all, I also be watching a lot of Korean K-pop dramas. That is me all day. Greenleaf is my show. Yes. It's I like it because growing up, if you seen the church type of lifestyle, y'all seen a family that was probably just like that, or y'all know somebody. The Masked Singer. Okay, Vernita said, what about The Masked Singer? I've never seen that. I'm gonna have to look into that. So okay, so shows that I gotta look at. I watched Jane the Virgin, but I probably gotta catch up on Jane the Virgin. The Masked Singer, I gotta probably look into that because I never heard of that. You trying to get me in trouble, El Boogie. Prodigal Prodigal Son. Prodigal Son. All right, I gotta look into that. Man, I'm gonna have a good little study break because I need it. It's like I feel like if you study too much, you cram your head and it's the information doesn't stay. So before I got on here, I was studying all morning to try to get this information down. And it's like, look, if I at this point I'm like, look, if I pass, I pass. If I but I'm going past. That's the only two options. If I pass, I pass, and if I'm going to pass is the other option. So I want a nice little cup of tea or hot cocoa and to watch my shows, and that's what I plan on doing. But y'all, Wendy is out here. She spoke on Sharina, so they say, and she kind of made a comment that alluded to, people are living a miserable life. And if you think about it, Sharina could potentially be living a miserable life. Hollow Man says the have and the have-nots. I like that show because if you are Southern, everybody knows a family like that. The influential family and that sort of thing. You still able to... I watched the have and the have-nots before. I got to catch up with that. I only like it because what is the young lady name on there? Tika Sumter. That's the only reason I watched that. The only reason I watched She Gots to Have It is for DeWanda Wise. Those are my two, brown girl actresses that I like. Oh my God. Anyway, so I kind of feel like maybe Sharina didn't get the life that she imagined, after the whole Wendy and Kevin split. I'm just saying. Like, I feel like at a certain point, maybe she thought she was going to ride off into the sunset, new baby, man, or whatever. And, taunting somebody's man in Wendy face, like, I got your man, but really, did you get the man? Because at this point, the thrill probably is gone, or the thrill is gone. Okay, so y'all said the Black Lady sketch show. Okay, you haven't watched Netflix for 2 years. Netflix is where it's at, though. If you got time and you could just, watch something, Netflix is where it's at. Because I'm not with all of that. I'm not with cable and all the rest of that stuff. I can't. I like Netflix and Hulu, and I like to watch my little documentaries. That's why when Monique was talking about boycott Netflix, I was like, honey, please. Honey, please. You got the wrong one. I pays my bill. Yes, he thought that grass hollow man was going to be greener on the other side. And now he probably looking for ways to, secure the bag and to make money. She wasn't a female that really came with much either. Like, it was all cutesy when the thrill was there. Like, okay, I'm sneaking off on my wife. And, the thrill was there that you was like the little new thing. But now it's like that dude probably could be looking for a female with some money now, because if you think about it, Wendy Williams was the best thing that ever happened to Kevin Hunter. She was the best thing that ever happened to that dude. And now they're split. Yeah, she had nothing to bring to the table. Not to say like, she's a valuable being because she's a human being. But when you choose to make certain choices, or you don't choose up and make certain decisions in life, it leaves you not being able to bring certain stuff to be able to, if you go and compete, because I don't even do that competition stuff about no man, honey. Toodles, there's plenty of men out there, honey, for to not do that. But anyway, I just feel like with her, she just wanted to dangle him like I took your man type of stuff. And now it's like Wendy has went her separate way, and now he probably somewhere trying to figure out how his money situation is going to work. And he probably is, I don't know, men get kind of naggy after a while. Not all of them, but he probably naggy. He was probably worried about what she was doing, and now You done took the role of the wife that he was not really. I'm not gonna say he wasn't really into his wife, but men choose to cheat normally to get away from the wife type of activities. So if the relationship now has become naggy and new baby involved in the relationship, then you have turned into what the wife once was. Hey, welcome to the live. But let me tell y'all what she said though. She's saying, please take him back. He broke. Exactly. That's what I think. What type of sign she on? That's why she laughing. Now the whole child part. I think that children are a blessing from the Most High. So I don't know why she's trying to make it seem like that's a dreadful experience. Childbearing and all of that. I feel like that's a pleasant experience because that was a gift that was given. But I could see her trying to, go for jabs at the lady Sharina. So I'm on US Weekly or Us Weekly. And basically they said Wendy Williams throws shade at ex-husband's mistress or, alleged mistress. Homegirl is miserable was the quote that they got up here. And they say by Marielle Turner, who wrote that. Hey, Bad and Bougie KM Live. So they say Wendy Williams isn't holding back about her marriage. The talk show host opened up about her estranged husband, Kevin Hunter, and his mistress or alleged mistress, Sharina Hudson, with whom he welcomed a baby girl during an episode of the Wendy Williams show on Wednesday, October the 2nd. So I don't know if she talked about that, but I guess that's what they're saying. So they saying celebrity splits of 2019. They say while chatting about, y'all know Jeremy Meeks, the guy that was attractive even though he a FEL, and they call him, the hot FEL. Y'all know what that is. Jeremy Meeks, the light-skinned guy. He got the little blue eyes. Basically, Williams referenced a joke she used to make that has come back to, I guess, haunt her during the show's Hot Topic segment. So she said she used to say this as a joke on Hot Topics. Poke a hole in, y'all know, poke a hole in what you would use. I would say what you would use during that particular activity, darling. And get pregnant. But that backfired on me, didn't it? She said, hinting at Hunter's, I guess, affair. And then she said, turnabout's a fair game. I'm a fair game player and a straight pow pow. So she, certain words I'm bleeping out, but y'all get the gist of it. Williams didn't stop there. After her producer complimented her for living her truth, Williams seemingly took a few shots at Hudson. Life is not what you think it is behind the scenes. Trust me, homegirl is miserable. That's what you get. Ooh. Now, this is what Wendy said. I can't be mad at Wendy for wanting to get back at the person who did her wrong. I can't be mad at Wendy. If that's what she was saying, I can't be mad at her. Because a lot of people think that the grass is going to be greener. They're going to ride off into the sunset with somebody else's man. And typically, after the relationship is done, whether it take years or however long it take, that's when the relationship ends up, I would say, falling apart. Because the person, they was interested in you because you was the hot new thing. They had their wife, so their money situation, if you think with Wendy, was solidified. And then, they had you as their little vacation getaway from the wife. Now the wife is like, I'm done with you. Don't want nothing to do with you. I'm going to pay you your little money so that you can go away. And, now he's out. If you think about it, who else is he managing? Do y'all know who else he's managing? Because Wendy honestly was his ticket to his ticket to fame, his ticket to success, money, and everything else. Wendy was the best thing that happened to this dude. So, I mean, whether people they talk about Wendy all they want to, but I mean, Wendy definitely has gotten herself, to a status. Now, I don't agree with her, some of the mean girl things that Wendy be doing, but she definitely has become successful at this talk show thing. So, let me see what y'all are saying. You seen it? I was on the ground. Okay. Yep. Okay. Bad emoji said yes. Yes, it's true. How you get them is how you lose them. Karma. Hey, nappy child. But I just feel like she thought that, like, I don't understand, what do they think? Like, if the dude would do a woman like that, he's gonna do you like that. And he probably somewhere looking for a new thing to this whole situation. Because once you get the baby out the situation, you know how dudes like to clown. That's typically the time dudes like to clown after that. Some dudes, they either buckle down or they fold. And it's gonna seem like with him, like, I mean, if you got a child out of the situation, because some females like to flaunt that they got a child out the situation with the dude. But then if he leave you anyway for somebody to have money, honey, that's a whole different situation. Ooh, that's a whole different situation. Ooh, I'm gonna need my oil for that. That's a whole nother situation. No comment on that. Let me see. Who was that had to just leave? Let me see. Oh, see you later, Hollow Man. You got to do homework. I know that's right. Get your education on. But I think she was impressed by the trips and forgot that she just ain't bring anything to the table. I remember, what rapper was that? 50 Cent was saying, he was at a point in life where, just a pretty face and different stuff wasn't cutting it anymore. You know how many pretty girls it is out there, or pretty women it is out there. You had nothing coming to the table. He probably was taking care of the majority of the extravagant lifestyle type of things. We heard he was, paying to help assist with her businesses and different stuff. And he had somebody that was a powerhouse at home, like a Wendy. So it was kind of like, in that arena, she just was not it in that arena. So I don't know what she thought. And for Wendy to say that is just like, oh. So, I wonder why she would say that's, hard choreo, that's what you get. And then also say homegirl is miserable. She probably somewhere wishing that she didn't waste all them years of her life, wishing that she would have got with somebody other than somebody else's husband. She probably thought because she was younger than Wendy that she was going to solidify that spot. And she just was a everyday girl who, for the little while, he was spending money, probably getting bags and probably getting little, trips and trinkets. And now the money train has come to a halt. And now that's over, he got to figure out how to keep that money coming in, how to keep himself afloat. And now it's not the life that she thought it was. And then two, I wouldn't be surprised if he was with somebody else, or with somebody else, like somebody just was saying. Then they say that Wendy must pay her ex Kevin Hunter $250,000 to find a new home. So not only that, that's interesting too. They say she this is on page 6. Let me see who's the author. Francesca Bacardi. I like her last name, darling. I like her name. Like, Francesca remind me of like The Nanny. I always liked that show growing up, but it just reminded me of Fran. Hey, Camille. But they say she might be just Wendy now, but Wendy Williams still has to pay ex-Kevin Hunter. The daytime talk show host 55 and her estranged husband have come to, I guess, a little agreement financially as part of their divorce proceedings, according to new court documents, darling, exclusively obtained by page 6. So it says Williams must pay Hunter $250,000 so he can secure new living arrangements according to these documents. So Hunter also needs to vacate their home in Livingston, New Jersey, which was put up for sale over the summer. And they say, meanwhile, y'all know Wendy has been living in Manhattan, living it up. From what I seen, Wendy had a hot girl, Meg the Stallion summer. She been running around with these crop top little shirts rolled up, running around with Black China and some young guy that she was running around with over the summer. And also just getting into it. I just seen some reports that she had got into it with Iggy Azalea. And it just was so odd because Iggy Azalea came for her neck. Now Wendy, I was feeling Wendy and feeling sympathy for Wendy over her situation, but Wendy, now that she is back to her ways. So she said something about Iggy Azalea, and Iggy Azalea, came for her, I guess, about that sober house type of the rumors surrounding that and her issue with certain substances. So she came for that on social media too. So I was like, Wendy just, it ain't no chill when she at that Hot Topics thing. When she had shaded, who she shaded? I don't like how she shaded Shakira. Because I think her and J-Lo supposed to be doing a performance at some NFL type of stuff or something. I don't know. Some type of performance. And I just really feel like she was souping up J-Lo. But the thing about J-Lo is, I like J-Lo as far as like performance-wise, but J-Lo is not the best singer in the world. Like Shakira do put on a good show. I don't know why Wendy just had to shade Shakira, but I think it's good. I think I would like to see J-Lo and Shakira. I think that would be a good performance because they both are good dancers and have something to bring to the table as far as performance-wise. So for her to have shaded the two, and I was like, Wendy is back to them that Hot Topics foolishness, and that's exactly why 50 Cent has not taken his foot off her neck, and why a lot of people, even though she was going through this whole situation with Kevin, didn't feel sorry for her. Yes, the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for the whole Shakira and J-Lo link up. I'm here for that. I mean, it's definitely going to be some exercise looking at it. So they both, to me, seem like they in the best shape of their life, so people could take, notes on what to do. So when people get that age, they could be in the best shape of their life. But anyway, I wish she would have got a prenup because the facts of just thinking about potentially being in a Kendu situation with Mary J. Blige situation is not appealing. I think if you a woman, hey, is it Angel 21? Hey, if you a woman and you making a little bit more money than a guy is, I think that you should get a prenup. I would say the same thing if it was a man, because you don't want to work hard to build something and then somebody just come in and be like, I need to take everything that you have. Even though we've seen it happen time and time again, people, they just try to take a whole person's empire knowing they're going well, they are not entitled to the whole empire type of thing. Like a time that I seen that Tiger Woods and that girl. Like, how many people got cheated on in their life and they ain't get to take half of somebody's earnings, more than half of somebody's earnings, just because they got cheated on? Like, come on now. But they said Williams must pay Hunter $250,000 so that he can secure new living arrangements. And then they claim, they go on down. If I come on down here, they talk about how Wendy's apartment costs $15,000 per month. Since he cheated, he shouldn't get nothing. I know that's right. He shouldn't, but no, I think he shouldn't get anything for the simple fact of the matter that if he was using them marital funds to fund his lifestyle and get the little Chanel bags and trinkets and stuff he was buying for the girl, I think that should greatly take away from how much money he do walk away with. But you know that when you go in, they be saying that what was I gonna say? When you go in, excuse me, y'all, if I'm trying to get my thoughts together, cause all of that, studying and stuff, you be having to come back down from studying all that information. But they be saying when you go in, typically that if you could have some evidence of that they was spending marital funds on the other person, that was like joint funds, that can have something to do with how much you leave with. But I just don't. I mean, he was sitting there paying for her to have businesses and vacations. I don't think he should have walked away with too much of anything anyway. 250,000 for a place, and then they say the person has become accustomed to the lifestyle. So that's something that they try to argue that you have to help, I guess, keep that up. You don't want them going from this to this. But if you came with this, you should be good with being from this to this, because you came with that. So also, I guess they say he was helping Wendy as a manager and all the rest of that stuff. So that's probably a big factor in that too. So they say a source told them that Williams and Hunter have been in mediation to settle, and the author has gone so far to say as to play nice publicly with Hunter to encourage him to sign the papers. They flopped, of course. Let me see what y'all saying, because y'all be having the tea. And y'all also had sent me the tea on them denying old K and telling him that he ain't going nowhere with all this gay. Okay, so let me see. I feel that since he cheated, he shouldn't get anything. That was Angel. Okay, Jill Scott, Fantasy. No, Jill Scott, Fantasia, Mary J, etc. I agree. That was Nappy Child. L Boogie says, I never cheated in any of my relationships. Or you never cheated in your relationships. That's a good one. Okay. Bad and Bougie says she already had to give him $10 million to leave her TV show. What? She gave him $10 million and now she had to pay money for him to have a place to live. Why can't he pay that out of the $10 million? This is why you can't have no man intermingled in your business stuff. Your husband don't need to be your manager. Your manager need to be a separate entity, so that when it's time to separate, it's just purely business and you just separating that. Because it's like business and romance, it's no. I just don't see it working well. Let me see what else y'all saying on here. Okay, so he used Wendy's funds to pay for the side chicks' businesses. Yes, I remember that. I remember that, Angel. Okay, he sold the house they were living in. They flopped, of course. The businesses flopped. That's what I remember too. I heard that they were saying that her businesses never took off. Yes, to have him give up the executive producer spot. No, so she gave him $10 million, and now she still got to give him money for a house. Like, this is ill. This is ill. The worst thing that you could do is get with no. I wanted to do a video on this with my co-host Rafi, and the video that I was going to do was, like, is it okay for your woman to be the breadwinner in a relationship? Like, to get a man's perspective. Do y'all feel like it's okay? Like, since we talking about Wendy was the breadwinner of her relationship with Kevin. Do y'all feel like it's okay at any point in time for a woman to be a breadwinner in a relationship? Y'all hollering, oh, y'all be hollering. So no, Bad and Bougie said to the no, to the no, to the no, to the no, oh, to the no. I don't think so either. I'm not about to be nobody breadwinner in a relationship. I feel like they should, if I come hard and I work hard, you got to come just as hard But I don't want them to like be way up here making way too much money, like way more, like, just way too much, and then, acting like an arrogant, pompous jerk. Because typically, I'm not gonna say all men with money be tripping like that, but if you see a lot of men with money, they act very arrogant, as if they are God's gifts to this world. And it's just no, the way my mouth is set up, the way that I'm set up, I will have to tell a dude politely, not really politely, but I'm just gonna say politely because I'm on here. No, I will really deflate that ego back down to here where it should be when it's up there. Definitely, I would have to. But typically, guys that, no, the craziest thing is when guys is not really balling out of control, or they not where they should be, and their ego is up here, and then you got to deflate it back down to where it belongs. So, I don't think so. And another inspiration for that video was the lovely Mimi situation. I was watching, I think her name is Johnny Red on here. She was talking about lovely Mimi's situation, and lovely Mimi was on camera in the video crying because she was like, she had to work so hard, and her husband just, he was lackluster. He just ain't bring nothing to the table. Like, she was the breadwinner of the whole relationship. So I just don't think that women should be the breadwinner of no relationship, because I think that it's gonna have women not really respect you, and they gonna be looking at you from the side. You said you feel bad for Mimi because she dated a Dusty. After watching that, it just really confirmed that I'm just like, I'm about to look elsewhere. If I am going to date, I'm going to look elsewhere, because I refuse to do that whole Dusty process. Period. That Dusty, it's nothing worse than a Dusty that you get in a relationship with and you got to carry. Like, I mean, she got kids already. It basically was like he was a grown behind kid, one of her kids that she was providing for. And then this lady grew her business to the level that it is, and she's sitting there just so drained and exhausted from working that hard. Because women is not, we can't take on everything. We're not meant to, I know people like to portray us as superwoman and all of that, but we can't take on everything. We need help sometimes. So, I can't. If you can't bring nothing to the table, like, and especially from a certain group of individuals, they always think it's about a physical connection. And it's like, sweetie, you know how many people out here in the world? You better come with something to the table here, okay? Like, we gonna come with something. And I think that's the lesson that Sharina learned. And you gotta come with a little bit more than looking cute, thinking that you about to get a Chanel bag or whatever to secure a dude. Because honestly, he probably gonna be looking to date another lady that's like a Wendy Williams, honestly. You wanted to give her a hug? I wanted to give her a hug too. I felt bad. I was like, yo. Then he was like putting all their business out on social media from what I seen in the video. And I'm like, you doing all of this. Yeah, she was raising him and the kids. I felt bad too. You can't date no Dusty. That's a no. That's a no. And Wendy learned this lesson. Who else learned this lesson? Mary learned this lesson. It seemed like it's a lot of entertainers that are female that learned this particular lesson. You can't do it. You can't. I was watching somebody video about this African soccer player, and he was a Dusty too. He literally had, a beautiful melanated woman, ain't get with her, went off with somebody else, and they took him for all his bread, he was going through some hard times, put him out his own house and everything. And it just really makes you think, like, you have to really take a lot of consideration Bye, El Boogie. You have to really take a lot into consideration when you trying to date these men. You said Sherry Shepherd. That was a situation too. You can't, y'all. And then speaking of this whole situation, do you okay? So would y'all feel comfortable dating a richer individual? Like if you a woman, would you feel comfortable dating a rich man, or like do you feel like it would be the right move since you don't want to be the breadwinner of the relationship? Is a rich man gonna be the right move for you then? Because that's what I would like to know. I'm looking at the K situation as an example of why I feel like that's a no, because I feel like they could be a bit, not all, but a lot of them be trying to be controlling the things that you do, or be trying to reel you in. Like, look at all of these girls that ended up trying to have a dream with the K situation, and just wanted to fulfill they dream of being a singer or whatever it is, and look at how the whole situation ended up. Or if you look at Floyd Mayweather and his girlfriends and what be going on, it just be having me like, nah, I can't. You said that's an extreme situation. I see a lot of these girls that they be willing to, I'm not talking about the K situation, because I think he just used his fame and fortune to finesse. But if you look at what some of these other girls agree to, just by meeting a guy that's a rich guy, it's crazy to me. Let me see. Some of them are, and they don't want to pursue serious relationships, most of them, but more of having more than one woman. And they be like, look, if I give you this bread, just had an understanding that I'm gonna take care of you, but it's gonna be other people. And some women be good with that. But I can't go for the arrogant, pompous type of personalities. Like I can't go for that. Like it's been guys that'll be like, "Oh, I'll drop a car off at your crib," and all kind of stuff, and it's just like no. Or they be like, "I do this or I do that," and you just come across a lot of different individuals, especially when you like in college and all of that, and you just be like, "Nah, like, I'm good." Especially if you watch certain shows, like on ID, like Snapped or any of them shows, it just really be having, or For My Man and stuff. I be like, nope, I'm good. I'm gonna wait on God. I'm good, because some of these individuals that you come across will really get you off track if you don't know what to look out for. I had yesterday, y'all, when I had put up the videos about K, I had his little supporters on me heavy yesterday. But thank y'all to those who sent out the the receipts on that whole K situation. And y'all even sent me what was going on Twitter, because it was something going on Twitter with that too yesterday. Yes. So you know what I'm talking about then, because definitely not no athletes. Nah. Like, I feel like they feel like they God's gift to earth too. Especially if you like a young girl, you attractive, they act as if like, okay, listen, I'm playing right now, but you need to meet me at the thing after this. Like, that's how they be acting. Or like if you ever came across, if you are a girl that's young and attractive and you come across a rapper or something, if you in a city that's one of those influential type of cities, you could come across a lot of different types of people, but it's like if when you know better, you be like, nope, I'm staying clear away from certain types of individuals. It's just not worth it. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see what y'all are saying on here. Dang, everybody is on my. uh DMs on here on the Instagram. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat though. You said for my man is off the chain. I was almost. Oh no, Angel. I'm glad that didn't happen, Angel. Thank God that you here. Okay, so Bad and Bougie said not all. I was with him since high school. Okay, so your son played in the NFL. You have to have an open mind and know your worth. That's true, Bad and Bougie. Not all people, because there are some good people that you could come across. I'm speaking of, like, the type that I'm talking about. Some people, they have morals and they have, kept in touch with who they are, but some people, money just magnifies what's already there. Like, let's say for example, a guy, he never been pop in his whole life, and he get money. It's going to really cause him to that low self-esteem to come out. Thank you, L Boogie, for that donation. It's going to really cause the low self-esteem to come out because he never had the chance to be the man in his life. So he's going to be trying to buy people or try to do different stuff to impress different people, or try to, his ego is going to go out of control trying to live up to what he think he have to live up to. Or, the girl who, never been it in her life, if she get money, she might decide that, oh, I'm going to start trying to just ish on people. You feel what I'm saying? So people, it's just money personifies what's already there, what type of personality flaws and traits is already there. It's just like when you have access to it, you have power, it's like you get to move around the chessboard. You get to make different stuff happen. Look at with the whole K situation. He was able to pay and get along until he wasn't able to do so anymore because the power was stripped away. He started getting all these bills and all this stuff, having to give an account for that stuff. And now look at the situation. He's tripping because he doesn't have that same power to move around the board anymore. Hey, Kamiko, you just driving? I'm happy to talk to y'all. I know a lot of people getting off of work. Shout out to all my people that, just, they work hard and they just trying to do the right thing in life, whether you working, going to school, trying to take care of your kids. I really appreciate people like y'all, because I like to have a connection with real people who are going through real stuff in life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a person that's into just, just putting up videos for the sake of putting up videos. I actually like to talk about real life issues and stuff that people actually is going through in life. You said somebody said that to me before, Bad and Bougie, KM. Hey, Day One. Where you been? Jason Hunter Senior, where you been at? What you been up to, love? You haven't been on here in a minute. I know I haven't been on live in a minute, but I haven't seen you in a minute. So much love to my Day Ones. Much love to all of the new people that are just, joining Team Honey. And I promise y'all, I'm not calling the people honeys as in, like, the literal. Honey is just like a term. It's like a promise. It's like milk and honey, like the promises of the Most High. So life is like a bitter tea, or like a drink that you need sweetened sometime. And that's what I come to do, to give the good news. Honey is basically the good news that I'm giving to people. So out of any bitter situation, you can find the bright side of the situation. That's what I mean. So I don't even and besides that, I love bumblebees and yellow jackets. I feel like they are hard workers. They are dedicated. They make sure that the ecosystem and our food is the way it needs to go, because they do their job and they work diligently. And I like them because they all in my garden. I like how they look. I think they are so cute. I think bumblebees are so cute. Thank you. But bad and bougie, I have to be positive because that's how I get my fuel. You know what I mean? Like if you a positive person, you have to fuel yourself with positivity. So oftentimes, like it's hard for me. Like certain people, I can't really be around because I can't fuel from them. You know what I mean? Like strength breeds strength. So if you gotta fuel yourself, you gotta put yourself around people. Like if you want to go in a certain direction, you gotta put yourself around people that's going in that direction. Or like if I'm into positivity, I just watch people that's positive because as a person that's an introvert, I can't do like the energy draining activity. Like I have a lot of leadership skills. I'm able to go and be sociable, but then I gotta go in my in my space to go, fuel again. So I'm glad y'all like it because some people be like, you don't like to be sociable. That's what they be saying about me. You don't like to be sociable. It's just too much. It's too much sometimes being sociable. It's too much. It's so much you got to deal with being sociable. And then when you around a whole bunch of people, you get into all this drama and stuff. So I had to, being on YouTube, I had to take a step back from that because it was like it was so many people coming at me, and with some of the people had good intentions, some of the people did not have good intentions, and it's just like I was able to take a step back, and God allowed me to just see things for what it was, and so I was able to from that taking a step back, I was able to grow. Like if you look around at the creators that you watch, you should be able to grow with them, or you should be able to see them growing. And if you have if you should be getting value from their videos. You feel what I'm saying? Because they should be able to pour into you and get some value from their videos in your life. It shouldn't just be like, oh, they're just taking from you. You feel what I'm saying? So if they're not bringing no value or anything to the table, like we were saying, you got to get those type of people out your circle and out your life. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I had to. I know like a lot of y'all was looking for me on YouTube, but that's what I had to do because it was just so much negativity. It was so much negativity with I was telling y'all before, a little bit before I wasn't going live, with the whole Tasha K situation. And I'm not really talking about Tasha K. I'm just talking about the controversies around that. It was so much negativity with that. It was just so many people that was on some other type of time. And I was like, I had to take a step back and be like, no, I'm going to have to, no, I'm going to have to pass on that. So I'm just excited to be living another year, growing, and coming up with new ideas for y'all, because I honestly want to not only better my life, but to give people ideas so that they could better their situations too. And that's how you create community. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm also preparing myself for different stuff. I'm getting ready to graduate, y'all, in December. So I'm excited about that. But it's, small things, y'all. Small things. Small things. When you graduate and you in school for medical, it'd be like small victories. Go! But then you like, okay, I still got more school to go. But it's worth it, though. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat, because y'all be having me laughing. L Boogie, you told us that before. You said you... Okay. Oh, thank y'all so much for that. You said, Kamiko, you said it was a hard pass. You gotta do a hard pass to foolishness. Because it's just people look to get you off of what you're supposed to be doing in your life. And it's just like, it's like, I feel like, okay, what else can I do? What's the next thing that I need to do so that I could further become a better person, so that I could further, get to other goals and things. And I feel like I work sometimes. I feel like I work too hard sometimes, and I just have to chill sometimes. But it'd be worth it in the end when people be telling me, thank you so much for this. And I'm like, I didn't even know that y'all noticed that I did that. But thank y'all so much for taking the time out to just, enjoy the channel and to support the channel. Because this is like one of the motivations on why I do videos, to better and to bring value to people's lives and stuff. But okay, let me talk about what y'all was asking me about these you trying to leave? You been trying to leave. Before I get out of here, let me talk a little bit about these receipts y'all was sending me. Now, I done got receipts on them finding a storage locker. Let me pull up these receipts. Cause y'all got time. Thank y'all to my supporters that be sending me these receipts on K. Cause y'all petty honor just like me. Oh, what was going on? Okay, so first off, what was going on Twitter with Angelo? Cause Angelo was up there. He posted what was on TMZ about what I told y'all yesterday. And he said, y'all still think this issue's a game. Y'all still don't see through the lawyer BS. Y'all still sit around thinking it's cool to have... Let me finish reading this. I don't know if he took it off. Let me see. Okay, so y'all still sitting around thinking it's cool to have two young ladies away from their family. I don't know what this say. Don't know how deep this is. 1998 to 2018. AZ was 1 year. So he was going off on Twitter about this, and a lot of y'all was going off too. So what I want to know is, do y'all feel like the girls being around him, being around, not Angelo, but being around Kay still is hurting or helping him? Do y'all feel like it's hurting or helping him? Because a lot of people think that, or they're frustrated with Kay's counsel and his team behind this. So y'all send me that receipt, and that, I need to know what y'all feel about that storage locker that they found. What do y'all think is in that storage locker? There are a few channels that you... Kamiko, I know that's right. You got to do what's right for you. And if you got to block certain channels out so that you can enjoy your YouTube experience, you got to do what you got to do. Let me see. Bad and Bougie says, hurting him definitely. I just don't think it doesn't seem good for him. I think that rational people understand that it's not normal for people to not see their families in a long time, especially when the relationship was so close knit, and then it goes from you not talking to your family at all, and then this individual complaining that, oh, I can't see both of my girlfriends, and only one could visit one, for 90 days, and then I gotta switch. So I don't feel like it's funny, like how Angelo is saying that these people is playing with the people's pain though. And then it's like, why wouldn't you be encouraging? Because I feel like the council knows what's really going on here. I don't think there's any win for Kay in this situation at all, other than, maybe not getting as much time as he thought he was going to get. But I don't think he's escaping out of any of this situation. I think he's going to have to spend maybe the rest of his life in this situation. But I also think that it's just not, I don't understand what's the role of the girlfriends visiting and stuff at this point now, when it's like, sir, you're just making this worse for yourself. I'm sounding like that interviewer off the root talking to Malik. You're making this worse for yourself. Why haven't you just been like, look, it's time for y'all to move on with y'all life. I gotta do this. I gotta do this, and I gotta handle this business like a grown man should. That's what he should be saying. I just don't see why this is being prolonged and all of this. Or maybe, I don't know, do y'all think that the council or case council could be giving them kind of like false hope, and that's why they're holding on like this? It's definitely sad to see a parent on Twitter feeling like this about, not seeing their daughter. I definitely, have sympathy. Let me see. I think that storage locker is beneficial. Let me see about these receipts about this storage locker, y'all. A lot of y'all, some of y'all sent me that stuff about Amber and all that. But I ain't gonna get into that because I just feel like these people know what type of time they be on, honey. Okay, so the filing revealed for the first time that the FED searched K's home. Y'all know, at that tower in the Chi, and seized his cell phone computers after he was taken in July on a separate FED situation. And they found, y'all, what is up? A storage locker. Did y'all hear anything about this storage locker that they say that they took along with some cell phones? What y'all think was in that storage locker? Cause I don't think that's good at all. If they found the storage locker, and it has to be a reason why they're just not saying yes to none of those requests. It has to. Because if this is a person, you know how they be like innocent until presumed, I guess presume that you actually did it or whatever. They wouldn't be, going this hard, especially if they didn't have anything. So that leads me to believe that they probably have quite a lot at this point in time. And I think that it's just, honestly, May 2020 is going down, y'all. They set that date. May 2020 is going down. And once again, they was like, access denied. You ain't going nowhere. You might as well sit tight. Let's stop all these games talking about you don't have no money when we know you got them royalties coming in. And let's stop playing these games talking about you ain't getting adequate medical when clearly you can go to the medic that's there. Or if it was that much of a situation, they, especially him being a celebrity, high profile, they definitely gonna make sure he okay because they want this to run smoothly. So, excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to stretch out. What are y'all's thoughts on this, man? I wish, nothing but the best for these families, and hopefully the Most High turn these girls' hearts, to the direction of, reaching out to their families, even if they don't want to live with their families or whatever. But just to get away from K and his 52-year-old, life that has came to this type of foolishness. What he need medical care for, rolling my eyes. Betty Bougie. Yvonne Jones. Hey, how you doing? I felt for the families after I read that on Twitter. Like, I was like, this is just really, this has to be painful to these parents that this is still going on. And that it was, y'all, that when I read the report that it was visits, I'm trying not to use the word, but y'all know what type of visits that they claim was requested. And I was like, is he serious? I hope that was just a rumor. But I know that you're not, you know, all these allegations that you have that have that type of background, and then you're asking for those type of visits. I hope that that wasn't necessarily the case, but if it was, we could clearly see what type of individual we're dealing with here. Like, why would you be asking for those type of visits, sir? Y'all, his supporters been on me heavy. Like, one supporter was like, I don't know why you talking about him, and you that's what the reports that I got, the receipts that I got from an article said that that's what was requested. Now, I don't know, because y'all know Michael Ave, that's the abbreviation I got for him. He claimed that sometimes the media be putting out, you know, outlandish stuff in the headlines. But I received the article where they said that was requested, and they was like, nah, you cannot have those type of visits like that. So I'm hoping that that's not the case. I'm hoping that's just a rumor. But then again, you never know, because he did request a laptop and he's on, you know, in the lockup. So apparently it is a lot of delusion going on. But we'll see about that. I'm giving y'all just the updates of what I was updated with yesterday when I put those videos out. So if y'all have not caught up, please catch up, because we got to start our season 2 of this podcast. A couple of y'all been DMing me saying, you know, oh, I gotta catch up. So I'm gonna give y'all time to catch up, and then we gonna start the season 2. A laptop, but can't read. Exactly, Carla. I'm with you. That's where he need to be at. Sit tight somewhere and just focus on what you've done. All this extra stuff, trying to get sympathy and trying to, you know, make the public feel a certain way and all of this stuff, and you trying to get girlfriend visits that ain't even your family members. So I just felt like, why is he even allowed to get those type of visits anyway from somebody that's not family anyway at this point in time? Who knows? Because it was like, people were saying, oh, they could have been married, but obviously not if he has to keep switching the girlfriends over in 90 days. So every 90 days on a visitation list. So I don't know, y'all. I'm just praying for these families, because this dude and, you know, the supporters been coming on my videos. I don't know why you just jealous that you can't be with him and all this other stuff. I'm like, I can assure you that I've never looked at Kay in that way. That dude is an old behind man. He was an old behind man, you know, when a lot of these women was meeting him. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's like, why is he not with women that's his own age range? And then 2, he look at his life. Like, what he has, he got all of that, but now he don't have nothing to show for that, because now he's where he's at. Like, oh, and they was under my videos, you're not even attractive, you're just mad that he wouldn't want you. I was like, yo, these people are delusional. Like, delusional. I don't even know the words to say. Like, I'm bringing awareness to this because I feel like it's wrong, and I'm just going to keep bringing awareness to it because I don't like what he stands for. You can support who you want to support, but I'm telling you, these people, they're going to come over here, and I'm just going to block them with this foolishness. They already was comparing, you know, him to different different apostles and even Jesus and stuff like that. So I just, y'all, today, like I said, I'm gonna get back to this I'm gonna get back to this studying, but I'm gonna take a study break because the internet be having you like, okay, I need to log off for a little bit. I need to log off for a little bit today. But what I can't understand, y'all, is why his supporters come over to my videos knowing that I don't stand for anything that is him. I don't go over to their videos. I don't go looking at their videos because I don't care what they talking about. It's like I'm not going to go watch somebody that I don't have the same ideology that they're talking about. If you believe strongly in what you believe in, then you shouldn't have nobody else problem with nobody else having an opinion. You shouldn't have to call nobody no names, nothing like that. If you don't like it, don't watch. That's exactly bad and bougie. But then honestly, if you feel like he the best, then why you press? Honey, that's a shirt. If he feel like he the best, or you feel like he the best, then why are you so pressed and under people's pages because they don't feel like K is the saint y'all trying to make him out to be? Because he's not a saint to me. I've been telling people that what I felt about, K in this situation and how I felt like it was a raggedy situation. So I'm gonna just leave that with that. But I would tell y'all all of what these supporters been out here doing. But I'm gonna leave that for another live. I'm getting ready to go get me some food. Lady Royal had me wanting to go get some food, so I'm gonna go get some food and I'm gonna get back to the studying after I take this study break, or I extend my study break. Thank y'all for taking the time to chill with me. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all on the next live. See y'all soon.